England took their first win in Italy since 1961. Probably their best performance under Gareth Southgate. Declan Rice opened score before the Harry Kane penalty, before putting England ahead 2-0 at record-breaking 54th half-time break for his country. The hosts, however, struggled secure a tight finish via Mateo Retegui, and Luke Shaw saw red after two back-to-back yellow cards to knock England down 10. Still, were there alarming repercussions of that Euro 2020 final that England almost let slip through in the second half? Here Sportsmail breaks the game after rewatching it overnight. England scored their first win in Italy since 1961 with their best performance under Gareth Southgate. To make the pastiche of Sven Goran Eriksson's England, first half was good. Second half was not so good in Naples last night. Other than that, it was actually first half really good, second half good. In fact, first half may have been England's best under Gareth Southgate. Given pitch, opponent's standard and competitive nature of event, you can make an argument for passages of the game against France. But in end they lost. The obvious comparison was the first half against Spain in Sevilla. But this was a more tactically dominant performance. The latter achieved with speed, counter-attack and a limited midfield made up of Dier, Winks and Barkley. This was a dominating England side that bullied the European champions in their backyards. What changed? Gareth Southgate may have decided on 4-3-3 and England may no longer be scoring in midfield. Jude Bellingham played as number 10 but did the job of number 8 and ran the show in midfield. But what really changed was Jude Bellingham came in and let Southgate find their best lineup. Earlier when England played 3 in midfield it was 4-2-3-1 where a Mason Mount or Raheem Sterling type player was a 10, so you suspect they are always down to the back 3. Defensively defenseless as they feel. Bellingham closes the gap as a great number 10 who does the job of an 8 in a way that an all-out attacker won't. His performance in the first half reminded him of Bryan Robson at his best. He bossed the game, eclipsing Marco Verratti and Jorginho. Undoubtedly Verratti is too good a player to allow that, and he regained control in the second half. But Bellingham seems to be the missing piece of the England puzzle, with a world-class midfielder allowing them to bring out 3 without looking weak. Jude Bellingham's performance in the first half reminded him of Bryan Robson at best, but then England almost trashed it. You can say so. The second half certainly didn't go as planned. They made no more chances after dominating the first half in the Euro 2020 final, which will forever be a scar for England fans. Had alarming repercussions. However, on this occasion England dominated for only 15 to 20 minutes before retreating. And they lost, so slow progress is being made. There's a problem with England pulling back once they've taken the lead. And, again, an earlier substitution could have allowed England to retake the game. But after rewatching the game, it felt much more fragile in real time than it actually was. Match statistics say England had 6-0 attempts in the second half. 1 was on target. None of them bothered Jordan Pickford. Ironically, that's what France does in big games to make you feel like you played really well but lost some. Impressive game management was going on. Mateo Retegui scored in his first match for Italy, giving the hosts a chance to lose 2-1. And as England stepped back, the majority of possession came from Italy's back 4, permitted in dangerous areas. The problem is that it brings back bad memories of Euro 2020, where it was pretty much the same and then Italy scrambled for a goal. England needed an earlier midfield staff change or a higher press. However, when Shaw was dispatched and England returned to the 3, they were very impressive in limiting and holding on to Italy. Red alert: is there a disciplinary problem in the UK? An impressive feature of Gareth Southgate's England was the absence of red cards, real cards in general, in major tournaments. From David Beckham to Wayne Rooney, Many moody moments have cost England, although the record was weak in the final qualifiers. Shaw's dismissal was fifth red card since 2020, all of which have been seen in competitive matches, either in the qualifiers or Nations League. Kyle Walker, Reece James, John Stones and Harry Maguire have all landed in England. Before that, no one had been posted since 2014. Shaw almost cost England the match last night, and after just taking a time-wasting penalty. This was a particularly brainless challenge. Such decisions make or break major campaigns. A pattern may be emerging. Luke Shaw takes England's fifth red card in 3 years, all coming in competitive international matches. 1.8 meters high and soaring Jose would approve. Jose Mourinho loved to fill his midfield with 1.8 meters players, and England looked physically dominant last night. Again, Bellingham brings this, and also Rice. Phillips is shorter but so strong that it doesn't matter much. Same with Kyle Walker. The only lightweight, small players on the England team are now the wide ones, which is natural and makes them a very formidable side to play against, given that they are technically a good side and can pass comfortably from behind. Only the best in the world can be comfortable against this England team. As an aside, and taking a half look at Bellingham's summer move, this England midfield trio looks a lot like Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool at their best, while relying on speed and creativity coming from the wings. Midfielder stands out from their opponents. Jose Mourinho would approve of the tall and physically imposing midfielder named Gareth Southgate.